Hey Mike, this is Tim with Guard Digital Marketing. So I talked to you about getting this video over to you. So let's do this as promised here. We got the website pulled up. We'll look at it here in just a second. We're going to start this video out on a Google search page here. So we want to be able to rank on this first page of Google for what we consider to be buyer intent keywords. And in this instance, roofing in Chicago, Illinois. Okay. Now, there's going to be a lot of different variations of how people search this in to find that type of company. But let's go ahead and use roofing Chicago IL here as the keyword for this video. Now, being on the first page is crucial because about 75 to 80% of people are going to stick on this page when choosing a company. Now, we can see the first way that a few of these companies are doing this is through these Google guaranteed ads, okay? Now, if you were going to run ads, these would be the top ones that you would want to run. They have the highest conversion rate overall, but generally around 80% of people are going to instantly disregard these ads anyway. So unless you're needing an instant boost or you need some work now, right here, right now to survive, um, you can kind of stay away from using ads. Again, it's a good boost if you're needing it during some downtime or anything like that. But generally, ranking organically, whether that's through the Google business profile here or actually using your website, are going to be generally the better ways to get this organic traffic, which is generally going to close at a lot of a higher ratio. Okay. So, you can do first, of course, through your Google business profile. Now, with your actual, I believe your actual location is in Schaumburg. So you're really only going to be able to rank for that specific area. And where is that at? There it is. So you're really only be able to rank your Google business profile for about generally around 5 mile radius or so, sometimes 10, but that depends a lot on, the volume and the amount of companies in the area too. But you want to be able to rank your Google business profile for here. So there's a few things that you can do. I'm just going to use Hernandez here for an instance, right? First, you want a lot amount of reviews with a great rating. Okay, so they're doing a good job there for Chicago. You want to always have a great amount of photos too. You should be uploading photos every single week. They're doing a great job there. They have over 2,300 photos. They're even filling out some of these questions and answers, which is always nice. This section could be filled out a little bit more. There's 750 characters of a bio section about your company. Make sure you filled out that 100% as well. And then your reviews, right? So you can see they're responding to all their reviews. This is something you want to always make sure you're doing as well, okay? Now, there's a couple other things like citations, which is going to be your name, address, and phone number, exactly as we see it on your Google business profile. And you want those placed different places across the web, typically in directories. And with Google kind of being a popularity contest, generally the more places across the web that's holding your information, typically the better your rankings are going to be. Okay. Now, when it comes to your website, you can actually rank your website for any area that you may please. Not only in Chicago, but for any other area across the United States that you would want to, okay, that you want to do work in. But you can also target specific areas within Chicago. So not only can you target Schaumburg, but Chicago itself or Arlington Heights, even down in Naperville, so on and so forth. Even if you wanted to end up doing some work in Rockford where it's not as populated with roofing companies, that's an area you could try and target as well just through your website, okay? But for the sake of the video, I did go ahead and pull up Matthews Roofing as they're your top competitor when it comes to ranking their website in Chicago. Okay. Now, here's going to be the main thing you want to try and figure out. Okay. It looks like, a lot of the keywords on your homepage are tailored more towards Schaumburg, Illinois. Okay. And that's not a horrible thing. What you would want to do then, of course, you have your locations tab here, which is based more for Chicago. But I would probably have my homepage tailored towards Chicago, as this is going to be your big ticket, high volume of searches per month for roofing in Chicago. So I would probably tailor my homepage towards Chicago, and then I would have location pages for any of those outlying areas that you want to try and do a lot of service in. So Schaumburg, where your office is located at, or maybe down in Naperville or back up north in Arlington Heights, so on and so forth. And I would build pages out for each of those. Okay. Now, why that's so crucial to build out specific pages for each of those areas is because you can tailor those pages again specifically for that area. Target keywords only for that area so you're not oversaturating a certain page with all these different keywords for all different locations. That can throw a red flag for Google because it's not spaced out correctly. Okay, now you really want to take a look at, especially on a homepage, if you're wanting to try and rank for Chicago, Illinois, and treat your homepage for that, you want to take a good look at how much content is on your top competitors' page that is ranking for Chicago as well. Okay, because content truly is going to be king when it comes to ranking a website. So if you come on to Matthews Roofing and it's their homepage that's ranking for Chicago roofing, you want to take a look at how much content they have and what the content is kind of about. Okay, and we can see they don't have a ton of content whatsoever on their homepage here. Maybe 300 words of content at most. Okay, so if you were wanting to rank your homepage for Chicago, I would generally stick around that amount of content. You can see you have well over that amount. Now, that may seem counterintuitive. The reason I'm saying that is because Google's already liking what they see when it comes to their website. Also, I think their website has a little bit more character to it towards their actual company, which is can be look a lot more organic in Google's eyes, and again can help you rank there too. You can see yours is almost looking construction-y type at that point, and this can even hinder you if you don't have character towards what your actual company is, and again making your website look organic, right? So let's go ahead and look at a couple other things real quick. I like to use this paid program in this video. It's great for a simple comparison between a couple different websites. So in this instance, yours and then Matthews. These first two numbers right here that I just highlighted, the 2.8 and the 5, are strength and trust ratings that Google has for your website. Now, these are ranked out of 100, but truly once you get a rating of 30 and above for each of these, you're going to be considered a pretty powerful website at that point, okay? So you got to build more strength and trust, and you build that through these backlinks, which is any clickable text linking one website to another, and you get a backlink as held within these different referring domains. Now, I do say always to build out high quality backlinks from authoritative referring domains. And by authoritative referring domains, I mean these are domains that are holding your backlinks. Those domains already have high strength and trust within Google. So once you do acquire those backlink from them, it's going to help your ratings in return. Okay. Also, you don't want to build these out super, or a lot of them super fast. That's going to really be way off Google's algorithm of what they generally see, different roofing companies building out backlinks. And if you're building them out way too fast over the average, it's going to throw a red flag for Google again because it's not organic. Okay. Now, you're indexing for about 45 keywords, so not a horrible amount of keywords, but you're only getting about 15 traffic per month. Okay. If we come into your keywords, we can see first right off the bat, the main one you're getting traffic from is Chicagoland Roofing, so something along the lines of the company name, Chicagoland Commercial Roofing. You're getting a little bit of traffic from that, but it looks like you might even be right on the second page there. You can see Roofing Schaumburg, Illinois, right? These two keywords right here, even this one down below, still getting under 100 traffic per month. So generally not the keyword that I would want to try and focus on as my main keyword. I would want to focus on, I'm not even really, roofing companies in Chicago. That's not even a super high volume there. But I'll show you what I would want to try and get to be able to rank, your company at. Let's see, Chicago roofing contractors. That's a decent one right there, right? 450 search volume per month, but you're on that 7th page of Google. Okay, so nobody's gonna be able to see if you're that far back. All right. Now, if we come over to Matthews Roofing real quick, we can see their strength and trust is quite a bit higher. That DR is even getting close to that benchmark of 30. We can also see they have 1.4 thousand keywords. Okay. Now, I do believe they have a blog within their website. Yes, they do. Okay, so that blog, what that's doing in this instance is it's providing relevant content. So about roofing and other exterior services and things of that nature, maybe even about materials or weather, so on and so forth. Just relevant content to their website every single day or every single time they post a blog. Okay. And I would say if your top competitor is doing it, I would start to do it as well. Because what this allows Google to see is not only do you provide the service, but you can also provide any information along with it just on your website. Okay. Now we can see with all this, they're bringing in about 1.7 thousand traffic. Okay. And if we actually even take a look at their keywords again here, we can see they're getting some traffic right here from their company name, But Roofing Chicago, Roofing Company Chicago, Roofing Contractors in Chicago, so on and so forth. We can see a lot of these are on the first page for. Let's even take Roofing Chicago, for instance, right? 300 search volume, but they're getting almost half of that into their website, right? Because they're ranked position 2, or Roofing Company Chicago, 350, 130 out of that. So just from these two keywords alone, okay, now these are buyer intent keywords. So industry standards, about 30% of this traffic is going to end up reaching out to Matthews and becoming an organic lead at that point, right? So 30%, they're almost at 300 there. So they're probably getting close to 75, 80, maybe even 100 leads per month just from being able to rank number one for these two keywords, okay? Now that is how you do it. That's done right. And once you start adding up all these different ones, they're getting 100 plus leads per month, no problem, when it comes to their website and all these roofing and Chicago keywords. And that's how you'd want to do it for sure. And of course, we know those organic leads are going to close at a super high ratio, typically 50% and above, because these people are reaching out to you, wanting to know more about you, and typically they already like what they see, so they want to end up getting work from you or work done from you, as long as your prices are within reason, right? So that being said, if you have any further questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you guys any way I can. So other than that, have a great rest of your day, and I hope to hear from you soon.